The crimson sun descends beneath the distant purple hills as a sudden autumn shiver through my body chills. The shadows grow enormous on the overgrown lawn, signaling the final validation. You are gone. I hear your phantom footsteps walking through the front hall, throwing ghostly silhouettes against the parlor wall. You murmur secret phrases that I cannot quite identify beneath the shifting colors of an uninspiring sky. A solitary swallow flies across the evening air, matching all the desperation that I have to bear. I close my weary eyelids just to capture your design, trying to convince myself that you are still mine. The wind is blowing through the cracks inside the ancient door, sweeping dusty memories across the wooden floor. We spent our golden hours chasing after cheap illusions. Now we reap the harvest of our spiritual confusions. The twilight is absorbing every little spark of light, preparing for the onslaught of an endless winter night. We speak in quiet murmurs so the angels cannot hear, releasing every single unadulterated fear. Dusk whispers are traveling across the vacant space, erasing every remnant of your beautiful face. They tell me that our season has officially expired, leaving both our spirits unbelievably tired. Oh, dust whispers, they echo through the violet twilight zone, confirming the reality that I am completely alone. A soft velvet reminder that the darkness always wins, exactly at the boundary where our tragedy begins. I find a silver locket buried deep inside the sand, remembering the pressure of your affectionate hand. The metal has oxidized and turned a dark metallic gray, just like the beautiful emotions that we threw away. I listen to the rustling of the dying willow trees, carrying your messages upon the evening breeze. You say that you are sorry for the damage that you caused back when our velocity was temporarily paused. The evening star is blinking in the upper stratosphere, making your complete abandonment feel incredibly near. I wrap my netted shawl around my cold, unprotected neck, looking at the ruins of our monumental wreck. We built our expectations on a foundation of air. Now we sit inside the quiet valley of despair. The dust is disappearing as the midnight takes control, swallowing the last remaining pieces of my soul. The twilight is absorbing every little spark of light, preparing for the onslaught of an endless winter night. We speak in quiet murmurs so the angels cannot hear, releasing every single unadulterated fear. Dusk whispers are traveling across spark. Midnight whiskey traces on the kitchen counter. Your silhouette is fading like a ghost in the hall. I hold the heavy silence as the shadows grow rounder, listening closely to the rain that starts to fall. The radio is humming an old familiar blues, but the melody just twists the knife inside my chest. Every single corner speaks of love we used to lose, leaving me with nothing but this dark, uninvited guest. Your velvet jacket is still hanging by the wooden door, catching the dim light of the street lamp outside. I trace your steps across the dusty hardwood floor, remembering the secrets that we no longer hide. The clock is ticking slower than my beating heart, a bittersweet reminder of the promises we made. We painted a masterpiece, then tore it right apart, watching every vibrant color slowly start to fade. The temperature is dropping, the fire's burning low. We ran out of reasons to keep up the charade. Two heavy souls with nowhere left to go, trapped inside the beautiful mess that we made. Oh, these velvet tears keep falling in the dark, staining the memories we gathered through the years. You left your mark, a cold and permanent spot. Now I'm drowning slowly in these velvet tears. Wash away the passion, wash away the pain, nothing but a shadow of the love we used to hold, crying in the sanctuary of the midnight rain as the final chapter of our story starts to unfold. Lipstick stains upon a broken crystal glass, a testament to words we never should have said. We thought the stormy weather would eventually pass, but we built a fortress on a fragile golden thread. Now I am walking through the ruins of our paradise. The air is thick with things we left unspoken. I paid the ultimate unforgiving price to find out that your promises were easily broken. The telephone is silent, sleeping on the stand. No late night rings to rescue me from my mind. I'm holding on to nothing in the palm of my hand, searching for a comfort that I'll never find. The neon sign outside is flickering in blue, casting long illusions on the bedroom wall. I'm suffocating in the very thought of you, waiting for the final curtain to inevitably fall. The temperature is dropping, the fire's burning low. We ran out of reasons to keep up the charade. Two heavy souls with nowhere left to go, trapped inside the beautiful mess that we made. Oh, these velvet tears keep falling in the dark, staining the memories we gathered through the years. You left your mark, a cold and permanent spark. Now I'm drowning slowly in these velvet tears. Wash away the passion, wash away the pain, nothing but a shadow of the love we used to hold, crying in the sanctuary of the midnight rain as the final chapter of our story starts to unfold. Starts to unfold. 'Cause there's the price we pay for loving far too deep, selling out our sanity for a moment in the sun. Now I have these lonely, bitter secrets left to keep, looking at the damage and the destruction we have done. No more excuses, No more elegant lies, just the cold truth staring back from your eyes. Velvet drops falling down in this quiet, deserted town. Oh, these velvet tears keep falling in the dark, staining the memories we gathered through the years. You left your mark, a cold and permanent spark. Now I'm drowning slowly in these velvet tears. Away the passion, wash away the pain. Nothing but a shadow of the love we used to hold, crying in the sanctuary of the midnight rain. As the final chapter of our story starts to unfold, velvet tears, so soft, so cold, a tragic story that was never told. Fading into the misty night until the morning brings the light. There is a tempest raging underneath my skin, though my face remains as calm as a summer lake. You don't possess a single clue of the war within, or the immense amount of pressure it takes to not break. I sit across the table watching you converse, smiling politely at every trivial thing you say, while my internal universe is ready to reverse and wash this entire fragile illusion completely away. The coffee cups are cooling between our distant hands. An ocean of unspoken grievances lies wide and deep. We are two travelers lost in unfamiliar lands, guarding secrets that we promised we would forever keep. Your eyes wander around the crowded, noisy room, unaware of the tectonic plates shifting right below. We are standing on the precipice of absolute doom, waiting for the inevitable wind to violently blow. No thunder rolls across the plaster ceiling tonight. No lightning strikes to illuminate the growing dark, but hidden completely away from the public sight, we are extinguishing our very last remaining spark. Welcome to the reality of this silent storm, destroying everything we built without a single sound. The atmosphere is freezing, though the weather is warm, as our foundation crumbles directly to the ground. A quiet devastation that nobody else can see, a hurricane of sorrow locked inside a human heart. We pretend that we are happy and completely free, while this silent storm is tearing our lives completely apart. I watch your fingers nervously tap against the wood, a subtle sign that you feel the atmospheric pressure too. If I could scream out loud, you know I absolutely would, to break this paralyzing spell cast over me and you. But the etiquette of heartbreak demands a quiet grace, so we sit and suffer beneath the sophisticated mask, staring blankly at each other's beautiful empty face, knowing that survival is an impossible, daunting task. The waiter brings the bill and places it between us two, a final price tag on the years we carelessly misspent. There is nothing left for me to say or do, to alter the tragic direction in which our love went. The storm is gathering its final destructive might, swirling behind my eyes where you cannot perceive. We will walk out into the cool, indifferent night, and without a single word we will permanently leave. Though thunder rolls across the plaster ceiling tonight, no lightning strikes to illuminate the growing dark, but hidden completely away from the public sight, we are extinguishing our very last remaining spark. Welcome to the reality of this silent storm, destroying everything we built without a single sound. The atmosphere is freezing, though the weather is warm, as our foundation crumbles directly to the ground. A quiet devastation that nobody else can see, a hurricane of sorrow locked inside a human heart. We pretend that we are happy and completely free, while this silent storm is tearing our lives completely apart. Of misery that is now complete. We drown in the stillness of our collective pride, with nowhere left for our shattered spirits to hide. Listen to the quiet, it's louder than a scream, the sudden awakening from a beautiful dream. The rain is coming, but it makes no sound at all. Watch the empire elegantly fall. Welcome to and completely free, while this silent storm is tearing our lives completely apart. Silent storm washing over me, setting our trapped spirits permanently free. Let the rain wash away the remains, breaking all our invisible heavy chains. I wear my favorite evening gown of expensive emerald silk, walking through a neighborhood that smells of sour milk. The fabric has been torn along the delicate left sleeve, a physical reminder of the night you chose to leave. I pull the shiny material across my damaged chest, trying to ignore the fact that I am completely depressed. You treated my devotion like a cheap disposable rag, leaving our relationship to deteriorate and sag. The glamorous illusions are beginning to decay as the bright neon streetlights turn everything to gray. I look into the mirror at my smeared expensive rouge, recognizing that my emotional damage is massive and huge. We used to present ourselves with such aristocratic pride, completely unaware of the rot that was developing inside. Now I'm standing stranded in this high society bar, wishing I could travel to a completely different star. The luxury cannot camouflage the bleeding underneath, as I try to smile through my tightly clenched teeth. We rule crossing over every single catastrophic line. I find the diamond necklace that you bought to make amends, back when we were pretending to be more than just friends. The crystals look so dull beneath the flickering halogen bulb, as my heavy heart begins to painfully convulse and throb. I unhook the heavy jewelry and let it hit the floor, knowing that your wealthy status cannot save us anymore. The material is stained with the sweat of my anxiety, a perfect representation of our failed propriety. You try to wrap your expensive cashmere coat around my back, but your touch only reminds me of the intimacy that we lack. We are just two mannequins inside a high-end store window display, waiting for the cleaning crew to sweep our ashes completely away. The threads are pulling apart and the seams begin to unravel, matching the difficult trajectory of the road we had to travel. I step out of your limousine into the freezing wet sleet, leaving you alone on the deserted wealthy street. The luxury cannot camouflage the bleeding underneath, as I try to smile through my tightly clenched teeth. We ruined something elegant with our domestic war, and neither of us recognizes who we are anymore. Bruised satin hanging on a broken fragile frame, a tragic exhibition of a hyper-destructive game. The smooth texture cannot hide the roughness of the blow, watching our expensive empire sink incredibly low. Bruised satin, you are the uniform of my defeat, making my transition into loneliness complete. We traded total honesty for a superficial shine, crossing over every single catastrophic line. By the words inside our catastrophic heads. Tear the silk, let it drop, let it drop. This performance has to stop, has to stop. No more shine, no more shine, no more grace, no more grace. Erasing you from this place. Bruised satin hanging on a broken fragile frame. Ooh, tragic exhibition of a hyper-destructive game. The smooth texture cannot hide the roughness of the blow, watching our expensive empire sink incredibly low. Bruised satin, you are the uniform of my defeat, making my transition into loneliness complete. We traded total honesty for a superficial shine, crossing over every single catastrophic line. Nothing but bruised satin left on the floor as I walk out through the heavy door. Let it rip, let it tear, I don't even care. The hearth is cold, the glowing fire is turned to gray. Nothing remains of the brilliant heat we used to share. You pack your bags in the quiet light of breaking day. moving around the ruins if I wasn't even there. We used to burn so bright, we blinded everyone in sight. A roaring blaze that promised it would never melt away. But now we're staring at the aftermath of the final night, with nothing but these ashes scattered in a dull decay. I watch the smoke evaporate into the morning air, a fragile ghost of the passion that has reached its end. We are two strangers trapped inside a solitary stare, unable to remember how we used to be each other's friend. The words we speak are chilly, like the winter frost outside, stripped of the warmth that used to make our spirits soar. We have no vibrant feelings left to showcase or to hide, as you prepare to step across that threshold of the door. The temperature is dropping as the final shadows fall, leaving a shiver in the remnants of our golden past. There is no magic resonance left hanging in the hole. We finally found a fire that wasn't built to last. Staring blankly at these fading embers in the dark, trying to catch a whisper of the flame we used to hold. Nothing is left of our spectacular celestial spark. Everything around us is turning incredibly cold. We watch the fire burn down to the absolute ground. No heat remains to save us from this bitter, freezing air. Suffocating silence is the only remaining sound, born from the wreckage of a love beyond repair. Your coat is zipped, your keys are jingling in your pale hand, a final punctuation mark to our extended tragic play. We built our fragile palace on a foundation of shifting sand, and watched the rising tide wash all the architecture away. I won't beg you to stay, I won't cry a single tear. The numbness has consumed me from my head down to my toes. I'm left with an existential, overwhelming fear of how the story ends. When the final chapter closes, the clock upon the mantelpiece is ticking loud and slow, counting down the seconds until you disappear from view. I close my eyes and let the last remaining memories go, purging my heavy system of the absolute thought of you. The door frame frames your silhouette one final solitary time before you step out into the indifference of the street, leaving me behind in this cold, uninspiring climb, where our total bankruptcy is final and complete. The temperature is dropping as the final shadows fall, leaving us shivering in the remnants of our golden past. There is no magic resonance left hanging in the hall. We finally found a fire that wasn't built to last. Staring blankly at these fading embers in the dark, trying to catch a whisper of the flame we used to hold. Nothing is left of our spectacular celestial spark. Everything around us is turning incredibly cold. We watch the fire burn down to the absolute ground. No heat remains to save us from this bitter, freezing air. Suffocating silence is the only remaining sound, born from the wreckage of a love beyond repair. From a roaring fire to a pile of dusty gray, watch how easily a masterpiece can rot and decay. We gave it everything we had until the fuel ran dry. Now we don't even have the energy to ask ask each other why. Fading out, burning low. Watch the last little glimmer go. No more heat, no more spark, just the cold and the dark. Staring blankly at these fading embers in the dark, trying to catch a whisper of the flame we used to hold. Nothing is left of our spectacular celestial spark. Everything around us is turning incredibly cold. Oh, we watch the fire burn down to the absolute ground. No heat remains to save us from this bitter, freezing air. A suffocating silence is the only remaining sound, born from the wreckage of a love beyond repair. Fading embers turning to dust, losing the love, losing the trust. Nothing left to see, only the dark surrounding me. Cheap gin and matches scatter across the tabletop. I strike a flame to burn away your wicked ghost. The spinning wheel of madness never seems to stop. I'm raising up a chalice to the things I hate the most. You were a habit that I couldn't easily break, a sweet addiction masquerading as a cure. Every single promise was a calculated fake, leaving my intention so corrupted and impure. The curtain smell of cheap tobacco and regret, a lingering reminder of the night you stayed too late. I try my absolute hardest to completely forget how easily you turned our grand romance into hate. You played your cards with such a wicked, clever hand, gambling with affection like it was a plastic toy. Now I am stranded in a dry and barren land, stripped of every ounce of my remaining inner joy. Watching the gray plume slowly rise and twist, exhaling every memory of your toxic touch, chasing the fantasy that never did exist. Why did I ever crave your volatile love so much? Lost in the bitter smoke of a dying affection, breathing the ashes of a fire gone completely cold, looking at a stranger in my own reflection, trapped in a cycle that is growing ancient and old. You were the match that ignited the flame. Now I am choking on the residue you left behind, playing a dirty, sophisticated game that left me utterly broken and mentally blind. The ashtray is overflowing on the velvet chair where you used to sit and spin your clever little webs. I'll run my trembling fingers through my tangled hair as the tide of my infatuation finally ebbs. You had a way of making dynamic truth seem small, blaming your deficiencies on my fragile state of mind. But now I see the writing written clear upon the wall, leaving all your heavy baggage far away behind. The neon street lights cast a green and sickly glow through the Venetian blinds onto the dusty floor. I watch the traffic moving incredibly slow, knowing you won't ever walk through that heavy door. I proclaim the space that you tried to occupy, purging every corner of your suffocating scent. No more tears left for a sophisticated lie. Every single dollar of our emotional wealth is spent, watching the gray plume slowly rise and twist, exhaling every memory of your toxic touch, chasing the fantasy that never did exist. Why did I ever crave your volatile love so much? Lost in the bitter smoke let it clear out of my lungs. No more bitter words spoken by deceptive tongues. The air is shifting, the atmosphere is clean, moving far away from the ugliest nightmare I've seen. Lost in the bitter spot, dying affection, breathing the ashes of a fire gone completely cold. Looking at a stranger in my own reflection, trapped in a cycle that is growing ancient and old. You were the match that ignited the flame. Now I am choking on the residue you left behind, playing a dirty, sophisticated game that left me utterly broken and mentally blind. With the smoke evaporating away into the light of a brand new day. No more choking, I can finally breathe. Watch the last remnant of your memory leave. You pour your poison in a crystal glass, hoping that the bitter taste will pass. A dangerous game of hide and seek we play, wasting all the hours of the day. Your compliments are sharp like razor blades, cutting through the promises we made. I linger in the doorway of your heart, knowing that we're doomed right from the start. The record spins a melody so sweet, matching every heavy pulse and beat. You look at me with eyes of amber stone, leaving me completely all alone. A wicked habit that I can't undo, spending every dollar just on you. We gamble with the pieces of our soul, losing every bit of our control. You give me just enough to keep me hooked, ignoring everyone that we overlooked. A beautiful disaster in the making, with every single breath that we are taking. Bitter honey dripping from your tongue, a melody that we have always sung. It tastes like heaven, but it burns like hell, locking us inside this wicked spell. Oh, bitter honey soothing every wound, while the midnight moon is fully tuned. We choose the poison that we love the most, dancing with a sweet and golden ghost. I find your letters hidden in the drawer, realizing I don't know you anymore. The perfume on your collar isn't mine, another casualty of wasting time. I pour the liquor till the bottle's dry, staring at a dull and empty sky. You sell me illusions that I gladly buy, never even bothering to lie. The velvet curtains block the morning sun, counting all the damage we have done. You pull me close and push me far away, changing every rules we used to play. My high heels click across the marble floor, walking out but wanting something more. A desperate actually need. So sweet, yet so unkind, losing my troubled mind. Taste the nectar, feel the pain, washing down like summer rain. Bitter honey dripping from your tongue, a melody that we have always sung. It tastes like heaven, but it burns like hell, locking us inside this wicked spell. Oh, bitter honey soothing every wound, while the midnight moon is fully tuned. We choose the poison that we love the most, dancing with a sweet and golden ghost. Just a taste of your bitter honey, so sweet, so dark, leaving its eternal mark, dripping slow. Here we go. The crimson sun descends beneath the distant purple hills, as a sudden autumn shiver through my body chills. The shadows grow enormous on the overgrown lawn, signaling the final validation you are gone. I hear your phantom footsteps walking through the front hall, throwing ghostly silhouettes against the parlor wall. You murmur secret phrases that I cannot quite identify beneath the shifting colors of an uninspiring sky. A solitary swallow flies across the evening air, matching all the desperation that I have to bear. I close my weary eyelids just to capture your design, trying to convince myself that you are still mine. The wind is blowing through the cracks inside the ancient doors, sweeping dusty memories across the wooden floor. We spend our golden hours chasing after cheap illusions. Now we reap the harvest of our spiritual confusions. The twilight is absorbing every little spark of light, preparing for the onslaught of an endless winter night. We speak in quiet murmurs so the angels cannot hear, releasing every single unadulterated fear. Dusk whispers are traveling across the vacant space, erasing every remnant of your beautiful face. They tell me that our season has officially expired, leaving both our spirits unbelievably tired. Oh, dusk whispers, they echo through the violet twilight zone, confirming the reality that I am completely alone. A soft velvet reminder that the darkness always wins, exactly at the boundary where our tragedy begins. I find a silver locket buried deep inside the sand, remembering the pressure of your affectionate hand. The metal has oxidized and turned a dark metallic gray, just like the beautiful emotions that we threw away. I listen to the rustling of the dying willow trees, carrying your messages upon the evening breeze. You say that you are sorry for the damage that you caused back when our velocity was temporarily paused. The evening star is blinking in the upper stratosphere, making your complete abandonment feel incredibly near. I wrap my knitted shawl around my cold, unprotected neck. Looking at the ruins of our monumental wreck. We built our expectations on a foundation of air. Now we sit inside the quiet valley of despair. The dusk is disappearing as the midnight takes control, swallowing the last remaining pieces of my soul. The twilight is absorbing every little spark of light, preparing for the onslaught of an endless winter night. We speak in quiet murmurs so the angels cannot hear, releasing every single unadulterated fear. Dust whispers are traveling across the vacant space, erasing every remnant of your beautiful face. They tell me that our season has officially expired, leaving both our spirits unbelievably tired. Our dusk whispers, they echo through the violet twilight zone, confirming the reality that I am completely alone, a soft velvet reminder that the darkness always wins, exactly at the boundary where our tragedy begins. Tragedy begins. Can you hear the shadows calling out my name? Can we really say that neither is to blame? We dissolve like mist upon a morning lake, vanishing with every single choice we make. Quiet now, the day is dead. No more words need to be said. Let the violet turn to black. There is no road to lead us back. Just whispers are traveling across the vacant space, erasing every remnant of your beautiful face. They tell me that our season has officially expired, leaving both our spirits unbelievably tired. Oh, dust whispers, they echo through the violet twilight zone, confirming the reality that I am completely alone. A soft velvet reminder that the darkness always wins, exactly at the boundary where our tragedy begins. Hear them whisper soft and low, time to pack my things and go into the dark without a spark. Dark anchor heavy inside my vulnerable chest, pulling me down into the hidden trenches of my soul. You awakened a primitive hunger that refuses to rest, stripping away my remaining fragments of sanity and control. I stare at the ceiling as the midnight shadows expand, vibrating with a magnetic pull I cannot physically fight. We are stranded together on a stretch of uncharted land, chasing an obsession that defies the morning light. Your glance possesses a dangerous, unspoken weight, like a sudden downpour on a parched and dusty plain. You unlock the heavy iron padlock of my private gate, flooding my entire system with an exquisite kind of pain. I know this intense preoccupation is bound to end in grief, a beautiful catastrophe waiting for the right moment to strike. But your proximity offers the only available temporary relief in a world of duplicates where no two things feel alike. The tide is rising rapidly, the water is warm and deep, swallowing all the cautious words we carefully prepared to say. We have a collection of volatile secrets we promise to keep as the rational world begins to completely dissolve away, sinking further into the abyss of this deep desire, burning with a hunger that nothing else can satisfy. We are playing with a dangerous subterranean fire without even pausing to look each other in the eye. An absolute surrender of the body and the analytical mind, trapped inside a current that is pulling us out to sea, leaving every safety boundary line far away behind in the heavy grip of this chaotic emotional ecstasy. The air grows thick with the scent of jasmine and leather, a suffocating luxury that fills this enclosed private space. We are bound together by an invisible, unbreakable tether, unable to eliminate the vivid memory of your beautiful face. You operate on a frequency that directly bypasses my brain, targeting the raw impulses hidden deep within my core, administering a sweet remedy that acts exactly like a stain, leaving me completely exhausted, yet begging you for more. The clock is ticking softly, but the rhythm is entirely lost, overwhelmed by the frantic cadence of our mutual design. We don't care about the final catastrophic financial cost, as long as we keep on drinking this intoxicating vintage wine. The outside world is a distant, unimportant murmur tonight, a faint echo that carries absolutely no real significance at all. We are locked in the sanctuary of this dim crimson light, waiting for the final protective barrier to inevitably fall. The tide is rising rapidly, the water is warm and deep, swallowing all the cautious words we carefully prepared to say. We have a collection of volatile secrets we promise to keep as the rational world begins to completely dissolve away, sinking further into the abyss of this deep desire, burning with a hunger that nothing else can satisfy. We are playing with a dangerous subterranean fire without even pausing to look each other in the eye. An absolute surrender of the body and the analytical mind, trapped inside a current that is pulling us out to sea, leaving every safety boundary line far away behind in the heavy grip of this chaotic emotional ecstasy. Emotional ecstasy. No more hesitation. Let the dark waters consume us whole. There is no possible rescue from this beautiful downward spiral. Your touch has taken absolute possession of my independent soul, making this self-destructive passion feel entirely vital. Deep down below the surface, losing all our sense of purpose. No more breath, no more light, just the pull of the endless night, sinking further into the abyss of this deep desire, burning with a hunger that nothing else can satisfy. We are playing with a dangerous subterranean fire without even pausing chaotic, emotional ecstasy. And dark anchor heavy inside my vulnerable chest, pulling me down into the hidden trenches of my soul. You awakened a primitive hunger that refuses to rest, stripping away my remaining fragments of sanity and control. I stare at the ceiling as the midnight shadows expand, vibrating with a magnetic pull I cannot physically fight. We are stranded together on a stretch of uncharted land, chasing an obsession that defies the morning light. Your glance possesses a dangerous unspoken weight, like a sudden downpour on a parched and dusty plain. You unlock the heavy iron padlock of my private gate, flooding my entire system with an exquisite kind of pain. I know this intense preoccupation is bound. You wrap your frosty arms around my shivering frame, offering an apology that carries absolutely no real weight. A cheap consolation prize for playing your wicked game, delivered at the doorstep when it's far too late. I accept the hollow gesture because I'm too tired to fight, sipping on the frozen tea you left upon the stand. We sit in total isolation under the dim moonlight, two separate continents inside a dark, forgotten land. Your words are like winter frost on a window pane, intricate and beautiful, but lacking any real inner heat. You try to soothe the damage with the logic of your brain, while my intuitive heart is suffering a total defeat. Don't need your regret, those are just accessories to disguise your selfish pride. I'm looking for a feeling that I haven't discovered yet, deep inside the territory where your dark secrets hide. The blankets are heavy, but they cannot warm my freezing skin. The fireplace is blazing, but the room remains so cold. There is an absolute bankruptcy of affection from within, as our tragic narrative begins to completely unfold. I'm surviving on the scraps of your cold comfort tonight, freezing in the shadow of the love you choose to withhold. This emotional arrangement feels right as the final embers of our history turn completely old. You offer me a shelter made of solid blocks of ice, a clinical solution to a passionate human bleeding heart. I paid the absolute ultimate existential price to watch this cold comfort tear our world completely apart. The radiator clanks inside the corner of the dark bedroom, a mechanical reminder of the friction we used to generate. Now we are just occupants of a highly sophisticated tomb, resigned to the reality of our self-inflicted fate. You hand me a glass of water with an indifferent stare, as if fulfilling a duty rather than expressing genuine care. I look at your beautiful face and find absolutely nothing there, just an empty vessel floating in the freezing morning air. The calendar pages flip, but the season never changes. Here we are trapped in a perpetual January of the human soul. Every single promise you make is completely insincere, designed to maintain your absolute architectural control. I'm packing up my heavy thoughts in a cardboard suitcase box, preparing to migrate to a warmer, more forgiving climb. I'm breaking through the heavy iron of your emotional locks, refusing to waste another single second of my precious time. The blankets are heavy, but they cannot warm my freezing skin. The fireplace is blazing, but the room remains so cold. There is an absolute bankruptcy of affection from within, as our tragic narrative begins to completely unfold. I'm surviving on the scraps of your cold comfort tonight, freezing in the shadow of the love you choose to withhold. Nothing about this emotion arrangement feels right, as the final embers of our history turn completely old. You offer me a shelter made of solid blocks of ice, a clinical solution to a passionate human bleeding heart. I paid the absolute ultimate existential price to watch this cold comfort tear our world completely apart. Keep your frozen pity, keep your calculated grace. I am walking out into the blizzard of the real world outside. I'd rather freeze alone than stay inside this empty place, where all our genuine, passionate emotions went and died. Cold comfort, 0 degrees, shaking the leaves off the dying trees. No more warmth, no more light. Look at the ice and your beautiful eyes. I'm surviving on the scraps of your cold comfort tonight, freezing in the shadow of the love you choose to withhold. Nothing about this emotional arrangement feels right, as the final embers of our history turn completely old. You offer me a shelter made of solid blocks of ice, a clinical solution to a passionate human bleeding heart. I pay the absolute ultimate existential price to watch this cold comfort tear our world completely apart. Cold comfort freezing away, breaking the ice at the end of the day. You wrap your frosty arms around my shivering frame, offering an apology that carries absolutely no real weight. A cheap consolation prize for playing your wicked game, delivered at the doorstep when it's far too late. I accept the hollow gesture because I'm too tired to fight, sipping on the frozen tea you left upon. You breathe your secrets directly against my bare shoulder blade, a soft avalanche of vocabulary designed to completely disarm. In the velvet sanctuary of the bedroom where the daylight fade, I fall victim once again to your dangerous, quiet charm. Your satin whispers float like incense through the humid air, painting illusions of a future that will never physically exist. I'm trapped inside the beautiful entanglement of your stare, unable to summon the strength to definitively resist. The fabric of the curtains rustles in the midnight breeze as you spin your delicate web of sophisticated deception. I am brought down completely to my trembling knees by the sheer elegance of your manipulative perfection. You know exactly which frequency to adjust your voice to bypass all the logical defenses inside my analytical brain, leaving me with absolutely nothing constructive left to do but swallow the bitter medicine disguised as pleasure and pain. The volume is low, but the impact is incredibly profound. Every syllable you utter vibrates along my sensitive spine. Of a love that is beautiful, corrupted and divine, captivated entirely by these satin whispers in the dark, believing every single magnificent lie you softly tell. Nothing remains of our original, natural living spark, just the intoxicating magic of this romantic spell. You speak so sweetly as you tear my world completely apart, muffling the sound of the destruction with a gentle caress. You carve your name onto the surface of my fragile heart, leaving me stranded in this elegant, quiet mess. The perfume of your betrayal is subtle and hard to detect, blended perfectly with the expensive silk sheets on the bed. I try to gather the remaining shards of my self-respect, but I am intoxicated by the phrases you just said. You whispered that I am the only one you will ever truly desire, while the scent of another woman still lingers on your skin, feeding the fuel to my self-destructive, volatile fire, welcoming the beautiful devastation from within. The clock is ticking softly on the mahogany bedside table stand, a quiet witness to the absolute bankruptcy of our trust. I hold the weight of your empty promises in my hand, watching them dissolve into a pile of shimmering dust. No more running away from the reality of the situation, no more pretending that your words carry any actual weight. I'm waking up from this beautiful hypnotic hallucination and closing the heavy iron parameters of my gaze. The volume is low, but the impact is incredibly profound. Every syllable you utter vibrates along my sensitive spine. We are burying our sanity deep beneath the soft sound of a love that is beautiful, corrupted and divine, captivated entirely by these satin whispers in the dark, believing every single magnificent lie you softly tell. Nothing remains of our original, natural living spark, secrets directly against my bare shoulder blade. A soft avalanche of vocabulary designed to completely disarm. In the velvet sanctuary of the bedroom where the daylight fades, I fall victim once again to your dangerous quiet charm. Your satin whispers float like incense through the humid air, painting illusions of a few. Kitchen clock strikes 2 as steam begins to rise inside my heavy eyes. I stir the dark espresso in a porcelain cup, waiting for the morning light to wake the city up. You sit across the table with the distant vacant stare, running nervous fingers through your tangled messy hair. We look like 2 survivors from a devastating blast, trying to decipher how our summer couldn't last. The aromatic perfume fills the quiet, chilly space, but can't unmask the tension written clearly on your face. A spoonful of brown sugar doesn't alter how it tastes. Another sad reminder of the years we put to waste. I watch the black liquid swirl around the silver spoon beneath the pale illumination of a dying moon. We used to talk for hours when our universe was young. Now silence is the only native language on our tongue. This caffeinated sadness keeps my racing heart awake, counting every single promise that we chose to break. The temperature is dropping, but the kettle starts to scream, waking us abruptly from a warm romantic dream. Midnight brew is dripping in the quiet of the room, a bit of medication for this overwhelming gloom. It keeps the shadows moving while the rest of earth can't sleep, guarding all the painful revelations that we keep. Oh, midnight brew, you simmer with the dark and smoky soul, restoring just a fraction of my shattered self-control. We drink our tribulation till the bottom of the pot, accepting all the lessons that our tragedy has taught. I find some ceramic mugs we bought in Italy, back when you were completely infatuated with me. Now one of them is chipped along the delicate rim, as our prospects for survival grow increasingly dim. I spill a couple droplets on the clean linoleum floor, realizing that I shouldn't invite you anymore. The caffeine makes me shiver, but I crave the burning heat, the only thing that makes this isolation feel complete. You wrap your shivering knuckles around the heating glass, praying that this uncomfortable segment soon will pass. But we have reached the station where the train refuses to wait, leaving us stranded with our self-inflicted fate. The countertop is messy with the grounds of our deceit, making our transition into strangers feel complete. I switch the machine off and I lean against the sink, far too emotionally exhausted to even try to think. This caffeinated sadness keeps my racing heart awake, counting every single promise that we chose to break. The temperature is dropping, but the kettle starts to scream, waking us abruptly from a warm romantic dream. Midnight brew is dripping in the quiet of the room, a bit of medication for this overwhelming gloom. It keeps the shadows moving while the rest my shattered self-control. We drink our tribulation till the bottom of the pot, accepting all the lessons that our tragedies taught. No cream can soften what we have become. Our emotional nerve endings are permanently numb. We swallow down the toxicity and pride, with nowhere left for our mistakes to hide. Pour it out, let it steam. End of this ancient dream. Cold dregs at the dawn. Everything is gone. Midnight brew is dripping in the quiet of the room. A bit of medication for this overwhelming gloom. It keeps the shadows moving while the rest of earth can sleep, guarding all the painful revelations that we keep. Oh, midnight brew, you simmer with the dark and smoky soul, restoring just a fraction of my shattered self-control. We drink our tribulation till the bottom of the pot, accepting all the lessons that our tragedy has taught. Just a midnight brew to start the day, as you pack your bags and walk away, so bitter, so black, never looking back. You taste like expensive sin wrapped in a velvet coat, a dangerous luxury that I simply can't afford to buy. Your dark honeyed words catch directly in my throat, making me believe every beautiful, sophisticated lie. I know your affection is a trap designed to ensnare, a gilded cage where my freedom goes to quickly die. But when you look at me with that intense, predatory stare, I abandon all my defenses without even asking why. The perfume you wear lingers heavily on my silk sheets, an intoxicating blend of cedar wood, amber, and deceit. Outside the window, the rain pours down on empty streets, while inside there's a room our mutual destruction is complete. You are the sickness that I never want to fully cure, the exquisite agony that keeps me coming back for more. Your motives are filthy, but your execution is so pure, leaving my shattered heart scattered across the floor. One sip from your lips is enough to paralyze my spine, making me lose Your touch leaves a burn that never seems to fully heal. A permanent mark branded deep into my fragile flesh. I don't care if what we have is illusionary or real, as long as you keep entangling me inside your mesh. My friends all warn me that I'm dancing with the devil. Someday you will leave me ruined in the middle of the road. But I am past the point where I could easily turn and run. I fully accepted this chaotic, heavy emotional load. The morning light begins to crack through the heavy blinds, exposing the wreckage of the night we just threw away. Two damaged souls possessed by two completely twisted minds, with absolutely nothing constructive left to do or say. You sleep beside me like an angel who has lost his wings, unconscious of the havoc you have wreaked inside my chest. I am captivated by the misery your shadow brings, finding a twisted comfort in the state of unrest. One sip from your lips is enough to paralyze my spine, making me lose all control of my sanity and senses. I keep on drinking your toxic, corrupted vintage wine, tearing down all of my protective emotional fences. Oh, you are my sweet poison running through my veins, a beautiful disaster that I gladly choose to embrace. I'm addicted to the pleasure that is hidden in the pains, and the dangerous thrill of chasing your phantom face. You are a medicine that slowly kills me from inside, a lovely weapon that cuts me deeper than a knife. I have nowhere left to run and nowhere left to hide from the sweet poison that has taken over my life. Kill me softly with your wicked, lovely touch. Pour another glass of your delicious, fatal wine. No one else could ever make me suffer half as much, or make the agony feel so completely divine. So sweet, so fatal, rocking me in a dangerous cradle, in my blood, in my soul, taking away all my control. Oh, you are my sweet poison, running through my veins. A beautiful disaster that I gladly choose to embrace. I'm addicted to the pleasure that is hidden in the pains, and the dangerous thrill of chasing your phantom face. You are a medicine that slowly kills me from inside, a lovely weapon that cuts me deeper than a knife. I have nowhere left to run, nowhere left to hide from the sweet poison that has taken over my life. Sweet poison, delicious death, taking away my final breath. Let it run, let it flow, never let me go. It tastes like expensive sin wrapped in a velvet coat, a dangerous luxury that I simply can't afford to buy. Your dark honeyed words catch directly in my throat, making me believe every beautiful, sophisticated lie. I know your affection is a trap designed to ensnare, a gilded cage where my freedom